Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all. So today, our today's session is on Google Docs. Our Google Doc is a very powerful real-time collaboration and document authoring tool. User can produce text documents, slide presentations, and doing surveys and all using Google Document. It's a very important topic nowadays, I guess. Today's speaker is Shantanu sir. Shantanu sir is associated with organization BLM Academy, Haldwani. He is BSc and BA from Kumaunt University, MBA from Uttarakhand Technical University. He is a chairperson of School Examination Committee, Secretary Anti-Drugs and Tobacco Committee. He is a member School Planning Committee and Exploitation in Workplace Committee. He worked as acting principal webinar. Principal was absent from school when he conducted exam of CTET twice as deputy superintendent of examination in BLM Academy. He conducted exam of CRPF as assistant supervisor of examination in BLM Academy. He conduct he conducted Olympiads of Science, Maths, GK, Computer as overall in charge and other related subjects. So much, sir. You are great. So now I'd like you to take over. You can start the class.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Good
Thank.
morning, everybody. This is Shantanu Bishnoi, and as ma'am told you about me, I'm working with BLM Academy School currently, and I'm working as an acting principal over there. Nowadays, as you know, that due to the pandemic conditions, each and every one of us is dependent on the online platform. So today, we'll be studying some few important things. We'll be covering. Like as ma'am told you, today we'll be covering some important aspects of online tools. So for that, I'll be sharing my screen with you. Ma'am, once my screen is visible, please let me know.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So participants, today what we are going to do, we will be starting first with Google Forms, right? And then later we'll be covering some other things also. So first of all, for Google Forms, you all need to have your Gmail account for that. So I have already opened my Gmail account. So first of all, you need to log into your Gmail account, right? This would be the Gmail account. Now, what you need to do for opening a Google form, first you need to go to the nine dots, which is near the setting options. I think this is visible to you all. This is the setting option, and near you can see this nine dots. You need to click on that, and after that you need to go to Google Drive. You need to open your drive. I just open it now. My drive is open. So as you know that I'm telling you about the Google Forms. So the next step would be you need to click on the new option which is on the left top of your screen. This is, I think this is visible to you. Please focus on my cursor.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, great. So you need to click on the new option and a drop down will come. After that, you need to go at the last, which is a more option, right? And after that, you need to click on the Google Forms. I think this is visible. Such type of interface will come in front of you. This is a basic form of Google Form. Here, this is the representation where you can add your questions. You can make a question paper also. You can make a feedback form also, right? So this is the untitled form. This is a blank form. I'm going to tell you what you can do with the help of the Google form. So first of all, you need to understand this. It has two parts. Number one part is question part. This is the question where I am going to enter the question, and the number second part is the responses part. Responses part is that part which when you complete any question, you frame any questions, you send to the responder, and when they respond over it, you get a notification over here that someone has responded, and it will be shown numerically like 1 2 3 4. It will be displaying over here how many respondents have given you the responses. So first of all, let us start with the form, how we are going to start the form. So this is the untitled form. What you need to do, is simply just click on the first portion, which is untitled form. So I just click on it. Suppose I want to take, you can say, suppose I'm taking a feedback. So I just need to add the title of my form, which is a feedback form. Now, the important thing is this is the title of your form. And if you want to change some interface, like if you want to change the display of your forms, you can do one thing. You just need to go over here. This is the customize theme option. You can click on this and select any color of your choice out of the available options. Suppose I choose the yellow orange one. Now you can see the interface has changed to become orange. Also, there are many other options available. If you want to choose a image for your form, you can also do that. You need to go on the choose image option and it will show you all the default images whichever is present. For example, if I choose this one, see now this is edit. This is basically the face of your form, how it gonna come to your students, how it gonna come to your people to whom you are sending the form. Now the second thing is you need to add questions. This is the face I have added. This is the title of my form, feedback form I have written. You can also add description. If you want to add a description, you can write any description of your choice. Now I'm going to start with a question. Suppose I want that the first question is, how do you rate our service? This is just a hypothetical question, not actual. I'm just giving you an example, right? See, I have put a question over here. This is my first question. Now I can choose the various options available. Suppose if I want to keep it in a short answer type of question, I need to click on this option. I'll click over here and it will show me the short answer type. If I select it, the person to whom I'm going to send this form has to answer this question in a paragraph form, in a short answer form. And if I want that my responder should give it in a paragraph form, I can click on paragraph. If I want to make it multiple choice, I can do that also. Suppose I'm going to make it as a multiple choice feedback form. Now I need to click on multiple choice. Then it will show some drop downs. See, option one, suppose I rated option one, I keep good. Then I'll come down again. Just below this, there is another option, add option. I click on that. I write average. Again, on third, I can write poor. So three options I have added. So these will be the three options given to my responders. Now, if see, there is an important thing over here. If you want to make this form compulsory, if you want to make this question compulsory for your responders, what you need to do, you need to click on the required option, which is at the bottom of the screen. You can see this. You need to click on that, and it will become mandatory for them to respond. Otherwise, it will not. The form will not be accepted. So you need to click on that. You can do that if you want to. Otherwise, it's your choice. Now, I have added one question. One question is done. I have given how do you rate our service? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So the first question I have done. Now I need to add another question. So for that, what I need to do, I need to click on the plus option. I'll click on this and another question will be added over here. I can write some other question. Suppose I write comments on ambience. Now, obviously, this is a question where you want your participants to write some answers. So here you can keep it like a short answer type, right? You can keep it as a short answer type. Similarly, if you want to make it mandatory, you can click on required. Now I'm just adding the third question. Similarly, you can add any question whatsoever. Now, the important thing is you have added the questions over here. You have added the multiple choice question, you have added the short answer type question. Now, if you want to see that how it gonna come to the person you are showing it to the person to whom you are sending it, what you need to do, you need to come closer to the setting option, and here you can see the preview button is there. You can click on the preview button, and now it will show you the way it gonna come. So this will be the face, this will be the face of your form. In this way the form is going to come to the person to whom you are sending this. See, the required option has come. Required option I was telling you about, this is the required option. Asterisk mark is there, so it means that it will be a mandatory for a person to attempt this question. So let us come back. So in this way you can create your form, you can add as many as question you want to add. You can add multiple choice question, you can add paragraph questions, you can add short answer, long answer. And an important question the people used to ask that sir, whether we can make a quiz over here. The answer is yes, we can do it. So for that, if you want to make a
Sir,
quiz,
we
if you
can't
want,
hear you.
okay,
Sir, we can't
now
hear you at all.
am I audible now?
Yes, now you're audible.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So the question generally comes that whether we can make a quiz using Google Form. So the answer is yes, we can do that. So for that, what you need to do, you need to go to the setting option. You need to go to the setting option. You need to click on that, and options will come in front of you. This is a general option where the many options are given over there. I'm talking about the quizzes, so I need to click on the quiz part, which is the third one. I will click on that. Now it will show me the option, make this as a quiz, right? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Please continue.
yeah. So I need to click on the quizzes, and I'll click on this button, then it will make it as a quiz. Now I'll show you how. I just need to click on that, and I'll click on save option. Done. Right. So for that, if you want to make it as a quiz, you need to make it a multiple choice. Suppose I write over here, good, very good, and average. Right. So you can see the answer key is over here, the option of answer key, and 2 points are there. You can click on the answer key, and you can change the points from this option. If you want to give it a 5 marks, you need to click on this upward arrow, and you can give it 5. If you want to make it a 1 marks, again you can select it as it's according to you how much points you're gonna make. Suppose I have done this 1 point, and I'll click on done. Right. So it is added. I'll show you how it come, how it gonna come. In this way, I made this question a quiz type question. Answer, this is of 1 point. And similarly, we can add another questions. See, now the important thing is we need to see the preview of our form. I'll just click on the preview option, and in this way it gonna come to my responders. This is the option. Now I'll show you another thing. After, suppose you have created your form, you have added the face to your form, you have added the title to your form, you have added questions as many as you want. I've added here 2 questions. You can add a multiple choice question, you can add a paragraph question. Suppose we have done all things, the next step is to share this form with our responders. So for that, to share the form, what you need to do, you need to click on the send option, which is just right to your setting option. I'll click on the send option, the purple color option. I need to add an email ID. Suppose I add any email ID. I add my official email ID. I have added this email ID, and then after adding the email ID, what you need to do is you need to click on the send option. I've just sent it to my official email ID, and you are done with that. You have sent the form to the person you want to. Now it's up to the person how he fills that form. Suppose I think there is some network issue. I'm not receiving the form. Let me give a second.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Can you explain one example about linear scale, how we can use it or where we can use it?
yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
See, suppose if you want to make this question a linear scale, I need to click on the linear scale, right? So now, linear scale is basically the range where you can add it from 0 to the number you want to. Suppose I keep it from 0 to 10, right? If I have any question, comments on the ambience, and I want that my responder should give the answers, it should grade me. So what I'll do, I'll keep the range 0 to 10. It's my choice whether I want to keep it 0 to 10, I want to keep it 1 to 5. It's my choice. Suppose I'm keeping it 0 to 10, and suppose no, let us give it 0 to 5. It will be better for us. Now, after that, what we need to do, we need to add the options. Like suppose on one I give 0, and second I give 5. So it's up to us how many points we gonna add. All we need to do is to decide our range, that is 0 to 5. I have given this 0 and this is 5, and after that what we need to do, this question is added, and in this way you will see that the person will get this type of answer. Due to some I think there is some network issue, because I'm not, I'll show it you, I'll show you again. Just give me a second how to respond to this. Suppose the form is created. Again, I'm clicking on sending option, and after that what I need to do, I'll enter any email ID. I click on send. Yeah, you can see I have sent this form to my official email ID, and I have received the form. So what I need to do, as a student, I'm talking as a student now, I need to click on the form. This is the form I have received. Now it's an option is over there, fill out form. So I just need to click on the fill out form. A form will come in front of me. This I was talking about. eh, in this way the form will come to me. Suppose these are the questions and it's mandatory. So I'm applying for the I'm just doing a sample for you. Suppose I'm a student and I'm filling the forms and which the teacher has sent me. So the first question is, how do you rate our service? I put good. The second one is a linear scale, as one ma'am asked me. So comments on the ambience, I just give it 3, right? And after that, this is the option which I created. Let's see. And suppose, hello, am I, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir, you're
Okay,
audible.
okay, great. So in this way, we can fill our form. The questions depends upon you, how many question you want to put. And after that, after completing this form, I need to click on
Hello,
submit. Hello.
hello, hello.
Yes,
Sir,
yes,
I
sir.
have a question. So the first you have made first question and second question linear. So what is the actual difference between both? Why? Because it seems same. The same
No,
0 to 5 we can put instead of first question. The student need to click on the particular radio button only, na. So what is the actual difference between both questions? The general question and linear question.
There is
Why,
some difference.
instead of
It depends
inst,
on the,
uh,
yeah, it depends
means
upon
what is the
the,
why? Because instead of good, average, poor, you can put 0, 1, 2, 3 as much you can. But what is the where do we use it? The actual difference.
okay. So see, the Google
Excuse me,
form
sir.
provides you, yes, ma'am.
Sir, if we don't click that option down wala which you have told to click, so is it okay?
Yeah, of course, it's okay. So let me tell you something that which, sir is asking, and I'll come back to your question, ma'am.
Okay, okay,
He
sir.
was, yeah, he was asking me what is the difference between this linear scale and the point we can give it here 0, 1, 2, 3 also. See, sir, this is the basic difference is the type of answer, the type of response which you want from your responder. Suppose I want that I'm willing to give a multiple choice question to my viewer, and I want that the question is and I want they give me answer in a simple way. So I need to add 3 or 4 options I can add over here. I want to make it as a multiple choice. It's my choice that I'm going to make it as a multiple. And if I want, suppose I am asking the feedback from the students whether they like the lecture or not, whether how much they are going to give me the marks. In that sense, I can use a linear scale so that they have a choice with them to give me a marks out of 5. They can give me either 1, they can give me 2, they can. And linear, see, other thing is, if you want to make a large scale, suppose I want to give the choices from 0 to 10. In that way, it would be a very difficult for me to give it in a multiple choice, because I have to add every time an option. I have to add 10 options. But in linear scale, you are automatically prompted to a way in which your responder can just select the answer he want to. He need not to select he need not to go to all. So it is a better way, but it all depends upon the intentions and your requirements, what type of answers you want, right? I think I'm clear on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am, there was one question, so it's better if you ask right now.
Uh, yes, Alafia ma'am asked.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, at the end you gave the option two, only option. There was no question written. And you click both the option. Is it necessary to click both the option?
No, ma'am, that's just I was just doing another question, so sir suddenly asked me about the linear scale. That's why I did it. Nothing like
Okay.
that. You can remove that also. It's not necessary.
And one more
Okay.
thing, sir. Many times when we give this Google form to kids, they are not
Yes, ma'am.
able to open it. They says they need a permission to do so.
Ma'am, actually, see, whenever you are making a Google form, if you are
Yes.
sending it via email, if I'm like I have shown you
So
how I
we
have sent it.
usually give the link to the students in the chat box
We
when we are
normally give the links, shortened
You know,
URL.
you give the links. Yeah, okay. So they are not able to access it. You mean to
yes,
say
sir.
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, great. See, whenever you are sharing a link with the student, ma'am, right? And the you have to change the settings. I suppose in your Gmail account you have default settings of whenever. See, I'll tell you how to do it. First of all, you need to click on send, and whenever you are sending an email, right? So just if it's always better to send it via email, because sometimes it happens that they are not able to access. The reason is the security purpose, the permission, right? It happens generally. So
Sir,
all
I
you
had a
need,
doubt.
yeah,
Am I audible?
yes, ma'am, you are
So,
audible.
many a times our students face a problem when they are uploading the pic for a particular answer. If I'm asking them to, tackle the Google form for an assessment, then as long as they are filling in the form directly, there is no issue. But wherein there is a scope of uploading an image, then it becomes a problem. Can you please guide me with that issue?
Yeah. Ma'am, see, the problem occurs when the image is just too large, right? So whenever the student is uploading an image which is too large, it happens. Already, although Google Form supports the all types of
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you in between, but you
yeah.
are not audible to us.
Okay.
Now
सर
Now
it's
I'm
आवाज
audible. Now
बढ़ाइए
I'm audible.
yes, sir, you are.
आवाज बढ़ाइए
Okay.
सर लाउडली बोलिए आप
Yeah, yeah. See, ma'am, what happens? Normally, Google allows you to upload the photographs of any format, but the condition is whenever they are uploading an image of high resolution, they face a problem. So it's always, I suggest you one thing, it's always better to ask your students to compress the image whichever they are uploading on the Google Forms. It's always, we are also facing this problem because we are using the Google Forms for quizzes. So the students are facing the same problem, and the solution is simple. They need to use a compressed image because it doesn't support the large size image. If they are uploading the 5 6 images at a time, it becomes a difficult task. So now we have given them the software of compressed software. They are using it, and now we are getting a better response.
Shantanu sir, just one question very quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just wanted to know if we can, in the mark column, can we write like half point, half mark or something like that, like, 1.5 mark question or half mark question. Is it possible?
You want to add a this, I'll show you. Ma'am, actually we start with this 0, and
Yeah.
we can do it. We can keep it, see, 0.5 I have kept. You need to type over there just. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
you can do that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now see, I was just sharing with you all that I have submitted the form from my, as a student I have submitted my form. Now what I need to do as a owner, what I did, I went to my email ID. I opened the Google form and saw that one respondent has given a response. So I need to click on the response option and see, I have kept it as a quiz. So I got the insights. In this way, you will receive your response. You can analyze it. It's up to you how you want to do it, right? In this way, I'll receive the forms. There are other ways of also. If you better if you keep it as a short answer type or multiple choice question, it will give you a better answer. And the important thing is you always need to add an email. That is a better way. I always suggest teachers to use email other than sending the links because it has some permissions problem. If you send it via email, that would be the better option. You need to send it once only because from the next time it will automatically prompt you to all the email IDs. So I think I'm done on that. I think this is clear to you all.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, how do we receive the response from the students? Is there a setting for that? Do we need to do
No,
some
nothing,
setting?
ma'am. So nothing you need to do. You just need, so as I told you, you need to create a form. This is done. I think you are clear on creating a form,
Yes.
right? And you just need to click on send. This is the send option, the purple button. You need to click on send. You need to add the email ID of the person you want to, right? And after that, you need to click on send. Then
Okay.
suppose I am the person. Now I'm talking as a that I'm a student. Now I have received this email from my teacher, right? I'll receive such email from my teacher. I need to click on the fill out form. I'll fill the form. I have shown you that I have filled this form. This is the way I have filled the form. Now as of now I'm talking as a teacher. I'll go to my email ID. I want to see how many students have responded. So I'll just click on my Google Drive. Again, I'll come to the forms option as I told you earlier. I just need to click on this responses. You can see this, ma'am. One
Okay.
has
Okay.
come. है ना?
Uh-huh.
So this is the one option. I just need to click on this and I'll see that who has applied for this.
Okay.
Similarly, if I have sent it to 45 persons, then 45 responses will come. I'll click on again responses. I can see it easily how many I have done this. An important thing is that, ma'am, you can also download an Excel file of consolidated Excel file from this, because that would be a great thing for you.
So
You
what
can
is this spreadsheet option?
Excuse me, sir. There's one
this is the,
question for me.
yeah, ma'am,
Sir,
just yes, ma'am.
yes, sir. So I wanted to know if we can
Carry on.
download the PDF of individual responses, especially
Yes,
for
ma'am,
the
we can
papers.
do that. Yes, ma'am, we can do
Please
that.
show us how to do that.
Yeah, see, suppose
Yeah.
this is the response, and suppose 100 students have responded on my question. What I need to do, I need to click on my response option. Then you can see that this green option, right?
Yes.
Ma'am, actually we have an option of this Excel file. We don't have the option of this
PDF or
PDF one.
doc.
So
Word
you can
doc is
click,
not available.
yeah. We can click on create spreadsheet, and the whole answers will be downloaded in an Excel form.
Okay.
Also, you can do one thing, you can copy from there and you can convert it into a Word doc.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
In landscape mode, you can do that. So this is the way we are working currently with our Google Forms. Now, I think I'll tell you something else. I'm going to tell you about Google Docs. See, Google Docs and Google Sheets and Google Slides are almost same. There is not much difference about in them. The only difference is that here in Google Docs we are working with document files. In Google Sheets we are working with spreadsheets. We are working with sort of Excel files, you can say. And in Google Slides we are working with the PowerPoint presentations. This is the basic difference. Otherwise the basic theme is all same. I'll show you about the Google Docs, how you need to go to the Google Docs. So first of all, what you need to do is open your drive. Again, I click on the 9 dots. I'll click on my Google Drive again. And I need to click on the new option. I'll click on new. A drop down will come. I'll select a Google Doc. I'll click on the blank document option. This is simply a document file as you are making in a Word. What you need to do, suppose I want to make a resume. Again, I'm just taking an example only. Suppose this is a resume title, and I have, like, suppose I have given a name. I want to give address. Suppose in similar way, you create any file. This, suppose you have created a file which is of somewhere around you can say 100 words. I don't have a file actually in this laptop, so that's why I cannot show you. Suppose I have added something like this, and this is a file which I want to share with my respondents. Now, what I need to do, if I want to change the look of my file, I can also do it bold, I can do it italic, I can do it underline. This is the same way which you are using the Word document in your computer phone. So I think you must be using documents in your computers. You all are savvy with that. You can also change the indent here. You can change the style. You can change the alignment. These are the alignment options. You can align it left. You can align it center. It's up to you. You can put the bullets over here. This is your choice. So let us come to the point. What is the use of Google Doc? The simple thing is, first of all, you need to add any Word file over here, and after that, you just need to click on a share option, which is here. I just click on it, and I need. So it is asking me that resume. It is just asking me the title. Suppose I keep it a title resume. I click on save. Now it is asking me to the person name to whom I want to share this form. So suppose I add again my email ID. Just click on this and click on send. Now this file is sent to the student or to the person you want to send. Now the question arises, what is the purpose of using Google Doc? So let me tell you the function, the basic use of Google Doc is that you can share a file with the person you want to, and the person can make the changes in that file, and that changes will be reflected to your file automatically. He need not to send a separate file to you. I'll show you how. See, suppose I have shared this file with the student, and the student will open his account. So now I'm just signing it as a student. See, I have received an invitation. This is the Google file I have, Google Doc file I have received. I'll just click on it and see, this is the file which my ma'am has shared with me. So if I find something difficult to understand, I can post my comments also. And if I suppose the teacher has asked the students ki just make the changes you want to. So the sixth point I don't like. For example, the sixth point I don't like, I just delete the sixth point. And I want that it should be not italic. I just click on the normal one, and I want that it should not be bold. I just select all, I just click on this. So in this way, they can make the changes, whatever the changes they are willing to. Now, as a student, I have done this, right? I'll show you the magic. The thing is, as a teacher, I'm going again. Now you can see all the changes are made in my file. These are the few changes which my student has made. This is my email ID as a teacher, and this is this is again the email ID as a student. So whatever the changes the students are going to make over here, it will be reflected in my Google Sheet then and there. So this is the basic advantage of using Google Sheet, that you can share this with the multiple students and can get the feedback, and you can share the question paper also. You can share other things if you want to, right? This is the basic advantage over here.
So
And
student can write here itself if we share the question paper.
yes, ma'am, they can write the answers, and you will be automatically receiving the answers here. Only you need not to go to anywhere else, and also they need not to submit it. Just they need to add the answers over here, and you can see that it will be shown in your teacher's profile automatically.
So basically it is easy to give the pen paper test like.
It is, ma'am. Of course, ma'am. It's better. It automatically prompts you to the answers. It automatically prompts you to the answers which they have done. This is actually, ma'am, I don't suggest you for using the question paper form. It's better to use it as any, if you want to use it like a feedback form, if you want to share any link of CBSE, or if you want any data from the students, it's better for that, because see, it is not much reliable. Google Docs, it's not much reliable. It is generally used for official purpose, for sharing the information and getting the feedback. It's better in that way. If you're willing to make question paper, it's always better to use Google Forms.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
This
Thank you.
is the better. And similarly, I can tell you about this Google Slides also. Again, as a teacher, I'm logging in my email ID. I'll click on new. I'll click on Google Slides, a drop down option. In similarly, in similar way as I did my Google Doc, I can create
पेंसिल बॉक्स लेके आओ पेन लेके आओ
any PowerPoint slide. Suppose it is American desert. I made a slide which is, the title of the slide is American desert. Like just say you people are using PowerPoint. Sorry, this yeah, PowerPoint. In the same way, you can use it. Could be anything. I can edit this over here. I can use the bold option. I can use the italic. I can change the size, whatever I want to. And I just need to click on share again. I'll put the email ID of the person I want to send. Suppose I send it to myself.
Hello.
I'll click on. Hello. Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question in this
Yeah. Uh,
Google Docs spreadsheet and this
yeah.
PowerPoint
Yeah. Yeah.
presentation. Can we restrict any particular part of the form? Form is the sense that this could be a Google Doc spreadsheet. Can we restrict any particular part of that particular thing that this thing should not be changed by the students, and the rest of the things we give permission to change? This
So it is.
particular part of the documents or spreadsheet we can restrict, like we can validate the data.
See, sir. Generally, it's not available in
Otherwise,
particular part.
otherwise it will be open for all. Whoever want to change, they
Yeah. Yeah.
may change. But we
Yes.
want to
See,
restrict some particular part that this part should not be changed. Suppose the heading should not be changed. Okay, my address should
so,
not be changed. My mobile number should not be changed. Rest of the things
mhm.
they are allowed to change. Can
So
we?
see so actually, you can restrict the entire sheet. You can share with them, but the particular part is it is difficult to share. It is difficult to restrict.
Okay.
There is an option whenever you are sending any link to the student, you need to click on this setting option, and here you can change the options. See, I'll tell you how. Again, I'm going to show you. You need to click on the share option,
Yes.
and you can find the setting option over here. You need
Mm,
to click on that, and you can change the settings from here. Editors can change the permission and share. If you
uh,
want that, they
okay.
can edit it or they can share. You can click on the
Right now
dialog
you
box.
have given permission to edit
Yeah, yeah.
and to view.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I have given the permission. You can change this from the setting option.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And sir, one more question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Once
Yes, ma'am.
once you have shared a file or something like that with the students or with any
Yes,
other
ma'am.
person, and suppose there are 10 with whom I have shared the file, and then later on I don't want to share with 5 people. I want to cancel their names. So is it possible to permanently remove them from that, or just options I have to give or this thing?
Yes, ma'am. It's actually it's not possible. You need to give that
Okay,
permission.
okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So once you add them, they will be there. Till I delete my file, they will be there in that share option.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this was it. Actually, we are we have done Google Forms. We have done file slides. If anybody has any question, I can give you the solutions. If you have any question, please you can ask.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Sir, what's in the Google Forms? How do we stop accepting the responses? If you can show me that button. I saw it on the upper right-hand corner, but if I want to stop taking the responses from children, how do I do that?
Okay, ma'am.
In the
If you
untitled
want,
form, you can show me.
yes,
Google
ma'am.
Forms, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Suppose
No, you can open the already prepared form, sir. You can use that one.
yeah, yeah. I can use that. No problem. Let it be. In this way, they'll be getting another way. Suppose this is a question paper I have created, ma'am, and like anything I have created. To, uh, if I have like for that purpose,
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Your voice is
yes,
again
ma'am.
too low.
I'm actually some network issues there. Yeah, I'm audible now.
Yeah, now you're audible.
Yes,
I
sir.
guess you'll have to strain your voice a little, sir. There's no other option. We need to
Okay.
be a little louder, otherwise we can't hear you. It's a beautiful presentation, extremely informative, but then if we can't hear, then it doesn't do justice to your work.
Of course, ma'am. I'll try to enhance my voice. Okay, fine. See, this is the form which I created, and
Yes.
yeah. Now, once if I want that my responders should not work on this form, what I need to do is go to my setting options, right? And these are the few options. First of all, I need to click on the required this response. First of all, I'll click on this limit to one response. Limit to one response will enable my responders to response it once only. They cannot give a second response. So I'll just need to click on that. I need to click on save option, and after that they'll not be able to use it again. Further, they cannot share it with other person. So this will limit the responses. Suppose I have received all the 45, all the 50 forms, and after that I'll just need to click on the settings option. I'll click to limit and I'll click on save. Then after that, none of the students can respond over it. I think I'm clear on that, ma'am.
A
No,
little,
sir.
a little bit, sir. Not
No,
really.
no, not sir. Actually, whatever
Hello.
you have explained. Hello, hello,
Yeah.
sir. Am I? Whatever you have explained, this is for the one particular recipient only. The means if you are using the cell phone or the
Yeah.
laptop, so one candidate
Hanji.
can fill the form once. This is for that. But the question which the ma'am has asked. So this here you can see the questions and responses. So click on the responses and again click on the here once you click, sir,
Yeah.
and now you can see that accepting
Yes.
responses. This
Yes,
red
sir.
mark. Now
Yes,
click
yes.
here. Now no
Yeah,
one
no,
can
no. Of-
now.
no
So
one
maybe
can
I think
accept that.
the question which was asked by ma'am. So
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
She was
That's
asking.
what I wanted.
Okay,
That's
great.
what I wanted to know. That how should I
Okay,
stop
fine.
taking the responses? Thank you so much,
Okay,
sir.
okay, great. So I was not
Hello.
clear on that. Actually, what? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. My question is the same. Now, in case I want to take quiz as a test, and I want to keep it time bound, say for about 20 questions for 5 minutes. It's a multiple choice question. Can it be time based? Can I set a timing wherein after 5 minutes, the students, even if they send in their responses, I don't want to accept them. Is it possible to do it?
Ma'am, actually, I don't know about the time boundings.
Huh.
I'm not using that one.
Um,
I'm not.
Sir,
Let me
I
check.
think so. We can unlink the form if we don't want to accept any responses. We can unlink the form. So
Link
Shantanu
the
sir,
way
if
the
I
Hello.
way
may
is.
answer the question
Hel-
which ma'am has asked just now,
Hello.
because
Yes, ma'am.
Hel-
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Huh.
Hello, may I say something, sir? Actually, the
Yeah, of course, of
question
course.
which is asked by ma'am, we have solution, but we cannot implement that solution for in case of the asking the responses from the student side. Why? Because there are some certain issues from the student side.
Sir,
Sometimes
I can give you one solution for that. One solution
why?
is there.
Because the
First you proceed. I'll let you know.
we can add the add-ons. The add-on facilities there in the Google form. We can add that also, but we cannot strict about the time boundation. Why? Because there are some problem in the student side. So in that particular time, he or she is not able to give the test. So it won't be useful for such students.
Yeah, because they might have network issues also at the
Yes,
same time. Yeah.
yes, yes. That is why. But
Okay.
we have the
So this
solution.
is not foolproof then.
But the
Yeah,
add-on
time bound for
facility we
time.
have. Time bound we have. Add-on facility we have.
Okay.
Timey.in the add-on is there.
Okay.
That we can use.
Sir, can you please
So
explain
can
that
you
add-on
help us
facility?
with the add-on facility, please?
So I will discuss to sir, then if it is possible, so we can conduct one more webinar on the basis of that advanced Google form, like
We can
certificate
do that.
create.
And for that,
Okay. Thank you very much,
one
sir.
solution.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
So
if you want to
certificate.
keep it time bound, you can do one thing. If you can share it on a particular time, suppose 10, and you share it by 9:55, and you can stop accepting the responses at 11 or 10:05 or 10:10. It's up to you.
No,
In
no,
that
no,
way you
sir.
can do it.
No, just a minute, sir. The ma'am question was different. Ma'am is asking that I want to give only 30 minutes for this
No,
particular
that's not
time.
possible. That's not possible. That's
Uh,
not possible
that
over
that
here.
So you
that can be
basically can't set a timing.
No,
that
no,
can
that's
be
not
Okay,
possible.
you have to, it's up to you when you want to restrict the responses.
that
It has to be done manually.
that
It
can be
has to be done
possible with
manually.
the help. That can be possible with the help of add-ons. We have some add-ons.
Okay, thank
So
you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
okay,
Thank you,
welcome,
sir.
welcome. Ma'am. Yes, sir. Please carry on, sir. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So this is the way we are doing it, and I think, ma'am, Radhika, ma'am, we are done on that. So in this way, we can use the various options available for us, like Google Docs, Sheets and Slides, Forms, whatever. I'll be trying to cover the add-ons next time, which one of the suggestion has come, and
Even
will
the
be.
certificates, what was given by the suggestions.
Yes, ma'am. I gave. Maybe I think the sir will
Yes,
cover it
yes,
in
sir.
the
Yes.
next
I'll
webinar.
cover it in the next session, ma'am. Actually,
Yes.
I'm having another session at 12:15, so that's why I'm running short of time.
Yes, sir.
So
Sure, sir. No problem, sir.
okay. If you want to have any question, you can note down my email ID. I'll just type my email ID over here if anybody wants to connect. This is my email ID, shantanubishnoi2009@gmail.com. And if you want to connect, you can send me an email. Um, Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you,
hope
sir.
I was
Thank you,
able to
sir.
help you out.
And
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
so
sir.
sir.
much.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much,
Everybody.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Radhika, ma'am.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, so the session was very much informative.
Extremely
okay.
informative.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
See you again, sir.